there, Shift Reader. Here's a question that I am often asked. The question I get is, Adele, how do I know when I should be deconstructing my patterns or when it's better that I actually work on the situation out there? So that's a really great question. A couple of years back, I needed something translated into French. I don't speak French. Okay, this may sound far-fetched, but let's just imagine if that's the case, I started to remove my patterns to get to a solution. Silly, right? And a total waste of time, because it doesn't matter how many patterns I deconstruct, what I really need is a translator. Yeah, this points to something. How many times do we apply the wrong solution to a problem and end up disappointed? I know I used to do this all the time. For example, I recall when I couldn't get a job, I was in my late 30s, and I would sign up for course after course after course. I would sign up for courses on how to write a resume, how to do an interview, how to make a cold call to get a job. And not just one course either. I signed up for many, all along the same vein. But could I do what they were advising me to do? No, not a chance. I was way too anxious. And funny enough, even when I did apply some of what they taught me, I would still get zero results. Again, it was because I didn't have the confidence. I didn't look the part. I just didn't do, even though I was doing exactly the right thing, it was internal patterns that were on my way. So this is what also happened to Christy. She hired this top-notch coach in job finding industry, and it cost her thousands of dollars. And then she hit the streets. She was armed with this kick-ass resume that he had written for her in her best dress. She was well trained in what to say and when to say it. But could she get a job? No. She went for hundreds of interviews. Nothing. So sometimes, no matter how much it's your patterns that are getting in the way. Now, as soon as Chrissy deconstructed the patterns that were holding her back, she got offered the very next job in the very next interview. How does this happen? Well, as she described it, the interview just clicked. She wasn't thinking about what to say or how to say it. Instead, she was actually really listening. She was really interacting. She was present with what was going on. And then at the end of the interview, when she was asked, do you have any questions? She said she responded in a way that felt completely out of character for her. She said, I just want to say that this is the most comfortable I've ever felt in any interview, and I look forward to working with you. Now, afterwards, she thought to herself, oh my gosh, who said that, right? But upon reflection, she noticed that she'd been out of character for the entire interview. So typically, she would have been nervous. She would have been rehearsing in her head everything that she knew she was supposed to say. Instead, everything came out easily and felt natural. Now, after she had deconstructed, this was easy for her to see. It was easy then for her to look back and reflect and go, oh yeah, of course, that was because I had patterns in my way. But at first, that's not all that obvious, is it? I mean, sometimes it really feels like the problem's in the situation, and sometimes it really is. So you see, what Chrissy demonstrates is that there are actually two different types of blocks. There are two different things that are going to stop you from getting to success. One is external, one is internal. All right, difficult to tell, but external blocks are those that can be remedied by fixing the situation out there. So such as more training, like I was doing, such as going to the bank and getting financing or hiring a staff member. Internal blocks come from within. As I said, it can be really difficult to tell the difference. And for that reason, I have put together a special training on this topic. And you can check this out. So if you're thinking that you might need a practical solution, or if you're wondering, do I need to read a how-to book on this, or would I be better off on working on my internal patterns, then click on the link below to join this workshop. It's free. And it's available immediately. It is interactive. You will need a pen and paper. You'll be doing a fun activity as you go through. So download the worksheet if you want, or just grab some pen and paper, and I will see you on the inside. Talk to you soon.